Vážené dámy, vážení pánové, vítejte na World Cosplay Funnelu 2024, kde se budeme opět jako každý rok bavit s našimi hosty, kterým vy budete moct pokládat otázky skrze slajdo, jak jste zvyklí. Takže pokud by vás něco zajímalo, potom se objeví na obrazovce velký QR kód, který vy si můžete natáhnout do telefonu a napsat svoji otázku, kterou potom budou naši hosté zodpovídat tady pěkně naživo. Now allow me to introduce our guests. The first is Shu and Sab Cosplay from Latvia. Yumaki and Raisit from Indonesia. Tarin from Italia. Maini and Gnomes from UK. And Yaya from USA. For the second time, she survived last year and decided to return back, which we are glad for very much. So, if I may ask our great guys from the for the QR code. Okay. You can also see the questions in front of you, so you don't have to look up and just like have your neck hurt after the panel. So just look down. Before we start, let me ask you the obligation questions. How do you like Czech Republic? The ones who went there yet? How do you like Brno? Do you like the rainy weather, or what did you experience after you have arrived? You can start wherever you have some answers. Did you get just one microphone?
Sorry, fine.
Well, so far it's been quite wet.
Yeah.
We were supposed to explore the city this morning, but we got rained into the hotel, so yay.
At least you could rest for a little bit after all the traveling you have experienced.
Oh, we're okay. These guys have traveled hours and hours. We had like 2.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But even that, if you have got a lot of programs or like you travel to a lot of country one after another, it takes a bit of a time to get a rest, and at least you could have time for yourselves. All right, so first question we have here, already from somebody. What is your favorite anime? What inspired you? What do you like? Historical or right now?
Well,
streaming?
it's quite specific, so I think we can take a vote on the first one first. We can't forget the first one. Who likes squirrels better?
Okay.
Squirrels? Otters?
Yes, I would probably go for squirrels.
Apparently the hand-holding otters take that one.
I'm for otters.
Otters. Favorite anime, though, for me would be Full Metal Alchemist. Love it.
And which one? The old one or the Brotherhood?
I like both of them, but Brotherhood takes it.
Okay.
For me, it is certainly Dragon Ball Z. Like, absolute inspiration to my life. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
You also cosplayed Goku, right?
Yes, Goku is my favorite cosplay, and he's near and dear to my heart. So. But thank you.
That's a very hard question for me because, I mean, like the most of us, I've been growing up with anime series, and they really made me, they really made the person that I am today. So it's really hard to pick only one for me. I definitely will put my choice on some titles that are really important to me, like One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, and the first Dragon Ball as well, because I saw the first Dragon Ball when I was very, very young, and I wanted to be like Goku, eat like Goku, fight like Goku, and I started also doing fitness because of that. So I will say the first Dragon Ball was very important, but as well One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, and many others.
And was your first cosplay you did also Goku, if you liked him so much?
I cosplayed Goku as well, and that was a big dream cosplay for me. I will never be really prepared to cosplay Goku properly for me, but it was an honor to cosplay that character. Really, it's a real important character to me.
What about you guys? Sitting there all quietly.
answer that question because mostly I really like and enjoy watching anime. But if I have to pick one, I go with One Piece because my first cosplay was be Luffy from One Piece, and I love One Piece so much.
Great. It's quite old anime right now. Yes. It's been 25 years since he started to make the manga. So, what about you?
Yeah, my favorite anime is really simple because of I really love Naruto. So, only Naruto is my favorite anime, and not only, but I have two. And the second is Dragon Ball.
Well, what's a Dragon Ball spot? Dragon Ball Scott is here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be very basic as well. So I started watching it when I was a kid. It's One Piece. So I started watching it. It was like a German channel, so I didn't speak German at all. I still was watching it. I couldn't understand anything, but yeah, once I grew up, I found where to watch it, and yeah, fell in love. So yeah, it's gonna be probably One Piece, and also Naruto. Obviously, it's like I love shonen. So
Yeah.
So for me, it's very simple. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I'm the real Joy Star.
Okay. Well, it's quite curious because when you when we were talking about the catching German television, you're from Latvia originally, both of you, right? So we're catching German television on satellite, or just you were living on a board somewhere on the borders, or satellite TV. Where did you watch the German channels?
yeah, it was a satellite. It was.
It was
Yeah, it was like virtual. I think it's called RTL 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the RTL 2. There was also some Latvian channel. I don't remember. It's like LVTV or something like this, and they were doing this weird translation of Pokemons and Digimons as well. So which I was watching, and yeah.
To Germany from Japanese or from English to. Can you hear me? Yeah. From they were doing translation from English to Germany, and you were watching that in Germany in the German dubbing, right?
That was complicated. Then not some.
No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to answer if you don't understand me. It's okay. I just wanted to ask because I had experience as well. Well, we lived right next to the Polish border, so my first anime was Shaman King in Polish, and it was with a dubbing. So they spoke in Polish voices, and it was really an experience. So I just wanted to relate a little bit. Okay, so let's do another question. How do you pick which character you will cosplay?
It's kind of pretty basic. You just choose, I mean, personally, I choose characters that I really love because you're gonna get into the making costume. You're gonna spend a lot of time. So there's gonna be a moment that you're gonna hate it. So you have to love the character. You have to be dedicated to finish your costumes.
Yeah.
For me, it depends if it's like a competition or if it's just for myself. Just for myself, I just pick something I like One Piece, for example. I cosplayed Sanji recently. It's my one of Zoro and Sanji as well, my favorite characters. So, and if it's for a cosplay competition, for example, WCS, it's for example, you need to pick something that is a Japanese franchise, and also pick the costume that's gonna have like details. Plus, you can, because it's also performance based, you need to pick something that's easy to move in. Like that's like something I go for.
Okay, the first I pick the cosplay. The first is I love the character first. For example, like Naruto, I really love the Naruto, so I cosplaying Naruto. But depending of the also for the competition or not, for competition, I will make a concept for the performance. Then I will choose the character fit with my concept. For example, I have an idea for Cat's body like in 2016 in WCS. So I searching for the character is a fit with that. So I choose Trinity Blood, then I cosplaying it. But mostly for not competition, I choose the character is basic on my favorite character.
Have you ever chosen a character which you have found hard to do after you have chosen it? Have you ever chosen a cosplay you found too hard to do after you have chosen it?
I can say this was just
It doesn't.
cosplay, right? But then you realize that it's hard to make. That did happen to.
Well, you didn't expect it to be that hard to make, and you were like, "Oh, but I already started, so I will finish it."
also doing yeah.
You mean the hardness cosplay I made?
Yeah, you have chosen cosplay, so a character you wanted to make, but then you found out that it's like a bit harder than you have, like, than were your expectations. So we were like, okay, here I am doing this hard costume, but I need to finish bit because I have already started.
But not finish a costume. Typical.
Yeah, let's go with that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, for unfinished costume, yeah, of course. For example, like I do the Iron Spider, but it's not finished yet. I made it. It's like 2 years ago, but I didn't finish yet because of I need to read concept about the leg on the back, and I should thinking about the material for resins or another electronic for that. So that's why it's really hard for me and the difficult. So I need to reconcept for it.
Thank you very much. The question was, how do you pick your cosplays?
For me, it's same. I just for ordinary, I just cosplay what character from what series I really like. And if I wanna join the competition, sometimes I just looking the character with the costume looks the detail is looks wow, or I think it's important to make it. I just feel challenging to make the costume because making the costume is one part I really like in the cosplay.
You ever saw a character and you were like, I need to do this? I need to do this cosplay?
Yes, just sometimes if I see the character and I like it, oh my god, this character is so challenging. I want to be it. I want to be it, like that.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer.
Well, how the most of us, I've been starting cosplay because I wanted to give my personal tribute to the most of the character that I was loving, to all those characters that I was keeping in my heart for several reasons. So basically, mainly, I choose a cosplay to cosplay a character because I have that character in my heart. That character has a special place for me in my heart, and I really want to give my personal tribute at best I can to bring to life that character. So this is cosplay mainly. It happens lately that I started to work as a cosplayer and as performer as well. So it happens that I have to cosplay a character, even if I don't know the character. Maybe a brand contact me and they say, hey, we want you to bring to life this character and perform for us for an event. So in that case, I don't know the character the most of the time. But we cosplayers are artists, and we get inspired easily by maybe because we are attracted by some aesthetic feature or some attitude, something that we really like in a character, even if we don't know the character. So at the end of the day, I always like the thing that I cosplay for some reason, and I learn to know the character that I'm cosplaying. So for a reason or another, I will always love the character that I cosplay. So mainly it's because I want to, but sometimes because of job, they ask me to cosplay. So it happens.
I have read in some interview that for your cosplay at the start was mainly a challenge. That it was fun, but mostly the challenge of doing the costume. So it's still keeping you going, that you keep challenging yourself to doing even the characters you don't know.
So nowadays, I became more and more expert in cosmaking, and I'm trying to be, I trying my best to be a complete cosmaker. So I learned how to sew, how to craft my armors, props, style my wigs, and so. So nowadays, I would say it's more a matter of time when you have a very short range of time and you have to rush day and night, not eating, skipping working out, skipping the things that you love, not play games, not watching anime, but just working on a cosplay. And sometimes I even fail and I cannot do it. So nowadays it's a matter of time, but when I started, there were few cosplays that they were very challenging for me. One in particular was the one of Berserk. I made this cosplay, but it was extremely hard because I was and I am a kind of perfectionist, especially when it's about proportions, and I want to get exactly the outcome, the result that I see, that I believe to see on that character. So it was very hard to build an armor, a full body armor on me, on my body, that was that was getting exactly the look like I wanted. So that was really hard. It took me 6 months, I remember, but it was long ago now. And another one that totally failed, it was when I started creating my own wigs. I mean, I always been creating my wigs, but when I started to practice more, there was this huge wig that I wanted to create. I don't know if you know Fairy Tale, but there is Gajil, which has this huge, long, spiked wig. I failed on that. And I will never forgive myself for that. But I will be back as soon as possible on that project, and hopefully I will do it.
I guess you will get always better and better, so you'll get the experience to finally make it in the future.
Absolutely.
So do you even remember the questions?
I do. So very, very similar to Tarin, and I'm sure it's a story that's like familiar for all of us, is that I don't choose a cosplay unless it somehow resembles a part of me, like some kind of element of my personality or something from the heart. But it's not always like a good trait. But for the most part, most of the characters that I cosplay are smiley shonen characters, which is why our business name is Be More Shonen. The kind of people that will help spread positivity and good vibes. Yes, the cosplays choose us, which is what my good friend has just told me. And I think it's a very, very good message. Yeah, for sure. So Goku, for instance, was absolutely because I was at the lowest point in my life and I needed to transform. I needed to change something. And in the same way that Goku becomes a Super Saiyan, I had to transform. And it absolutely changed my life. There's nothing more I can give other than that. That is the only reason I cosplay.
You have totally changed because of Goku. That's great. Wow. Well, it's amazing how a fictional character can inspire you to be better yourself. So, what about your partner? How does she choose her cosplays?
So everything these guys have said is already relevant, and I'm not going to repeat it.
Okay.
Exactly. I think we should take a jump.
Yeah,
But I'm going to pass it to you.
First in the line. If your has it the same.
I am going to answer the question, what about your cosplay work are you the most proud of? So I've been cosplaying for 25 years, which is insane to me. It's a quarter of a century this year. And I've made a lot of costumes. I've traveled the entire world. I've judged the biggest contests in the world. And the thing that I'm the most proud of is honestly just being able to meet everybody from different countries. And even if we don't speak the same language, I can see that everyone loves the same anime and manga and video games. And anything that I can do to affect the cosplay community in a positive way, such as creating a sewing machine, creating fabrics, trims, patterns, and such that cosplayers can use, that is what I'm forever going to be the most proud of.
So I'm going to jump to another question, which is most uncomfy costume. Who here has played a Final Fantasy game?
Any of the Final Fantasy games.
Who knows what chocobos are? So I made a ride-on chocobo on stilts for my first ever international way back in 2012. And I love him, but oh my god, it was so painful to wear.
What was the painful part? The legs?
The legs, it was the digitigrade stills, so I was up at an angle. Okay. Can we scroll the screen, because some of the questions have gone?
Nelly, posuneš mi prosím tě obrazovku na ty předchozí otázky? Nebo otázky další? Is there, if you have some question you want to answer, don't hesitate, just tell me you have chosen and you can read it and answer it. Yeah, guys? It's a free real estate here, so...
So how we come up with a good skit idea is if we can write a true love letter to a franchise. So when we're scoring ideas of how are we going to do this WCS skit, how are we going to do this ECG skit, whatever the contest may be, it's always like, how can we write a true love letter? Like, how many memes can we fit in? And tying it in with a cohesive story arc that makes people's heart throb. And that is how we come up with skit ideas, generally speaking. Is there anything you'd like to add to that, my lovely partner? No, good, awesome. It's in them. It's the memes. You want to pick it up?
Oh, what is your biggest challenge in cosplaying? I picked that question.
Okay, go for it.
The biggest challenge in cosplay, I think everyone can use wearing the costume, but everyone cannot do cosplay. Cosplay, for me, cosplay is not just wearing the costume, wearing wig, we do our makeup, but how we be the character. That I think that is the hardest part in cosplay. Not even only on the stage, but when we do photo shoot, how we do how we will be the character.
You need to touch the personality of the character, so he becomes yours.
Like the pose, how to they speak, and the expression, the gesture, that the hardest thing.
Because even if you have a great cosplay, and if you are not like the character, it's not the same, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions from that couch? If you want to answer some, you can choose. Like I said, I won't force you, just by the order.
I'll go with the question, how do you come up with a good skit performance for a cosplay competition? Because it's one of my favorite things to do, like when you compete in one competition, just to think of performance. And there's one basic rule I always go for. It's your performance must be easy to understand. When you make it, just think of that. Let's say you know this anime, right? But somebody like in the audience and judges, they don't know anything about it. So if you make something complicated with something complicated plot, people are not gonna understand it. So it's like even something like as complicated as Final Fantasy's like story, you can make something more simpler. Just so when I make a performance, I just go with something that is basically easy to understand. So that's like one of my rules of making the performance.
So I'll go with the question, what's your most and least favorite part of cosplaying? Well, the most favorite part, it would be when you finish your project that you spend million times on it, and then you put it on yourself, and then you see it for the first time all together in the mirror. That is just a magical moment. You become your favorite character. And the least favorite, I mean, it goes to the same topic, basically spending loads of hours on making that costume. I want it to be done in one day, but it cannot be done in one day because a lot of like different techniques takes like ages, say like embroidery. I mean, if you have a large piece, you're gonna spend like months to do it. So yeah, I mean, cosplay is a really interesting hobby.
I see a very nice question. Your favorite... Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Just overcome me. Father, shut up.
I think I remember there was a question. Sorry, were you going to do one?
You first. You first.
I think I remember there was a question at one point. Oh, it's come up again. Favorite memory related to cosplay. And obviously, there are so many positive and amazing memories related to cosplay. So instead, I'm just going to tell you one, which involves the beautiful Min, who I met in cosplay. And now we live together, and we work together, and we cosplay together, and we travel together, and we compete together. And it's all because he cosplayed my dad when he was Goku and I was Gohan. And that's not weird at all.
Okay. That's not weird at all. Did you have a nice time?
Oh, yeah. He's a good dad.
Yes, the best is, right? Chinese call it dog food. What a dog food moment between dad and a son, right? Not weird at all. So, you have wanted some question. Did it already disappear or is still there?
Okay, I think I want to choose the same.
The memory one.
Yeah, memory ones. Yeah, the best memory for the cosplay in my life is WCS in 2016 because of in WCS I can get the many friends from another country around the world, and then after that also I can go to around the world because of the WCS until now, because of everything I do for now is because of WCS. So that's the best memory for me is WCS. Thank you.
That was the first time you have met so many cosplayers from other countries?
Sorry.
That was the first time?
Yeah.
You met so many people
yes,
from other countries?
Yes, yeah. Because of in the WCS 2016, I met like 30 teams. Yeah, so that's why.
Oh, so great memory.
Yes, that's really great memories for me.
I absolutely love when other cosplayers meet each other and they can like exchange the ideas and like, oh, I struggle with this. Oh, I did that. You can do that to solve that. And also like you have got a new relationship from other parts of the world. It's great. I simp it. So.
Yeah, that's right. Because of that, also I can learning from the another friends for how to make the costume properly, and then another things like how to do the good performance skits with the another friends in another country.
Thank you very much for your answer. It was very nice. So.
I'm gonna reply to a couple of them because one was how long have you been cosplaying and how did you start it? So basically, everything for me started randomly. I knew nothing about cosplay. I knew nothing about events and there was some friends of mine who took me to one of this type of events, and it was a very tiny convention. I will not even call it a convention. It was more a Japanese medieval fest. And for the first time, I saw cosplayers. And starting from that point, something inside me turning on. I said, hey, I want to be like those guys on those stage. I want to try. I want to give a try on this. And I always been like attracted by creative stuff. So I wanted to try to build my first armor, to build my first cosplay, and it was so bad. I was so bad at creating cosplay, but I was proud of my work. So for the first time I went on a stage, I was totally afraid of that and insecure. And thanks of cosplay, I became also what I am today. I don't fear anymore the stage. A lot of my deepest fear are gone also because of cosplay. I am more confident also because of cosplay. So cosplay is not just an hobby, never was an hobby for me, but it was a life experience that really shaped me and changed my life because nowadays is my job. And everything started in 2015. So, I mean, for some of us here is not that long ago. For other people might be a lot. but I think I will never have enough. I will keep working this path, doing all my best, trying to learn more and more and trying to improve myself every day. So that's it.
I also have questions for a guy because I've been thinking about it for quite a time. You're all quite fit. Where do you take the time? Because I work, I go to gym 5 times a week. You can't see that yet, but you all look great. Where do you take the time? How often you go to gym? How often you work out? How do you keep your body up to standards of cosplaying? You are all ripped here. Yes, see yourself.
You can see good results with your body just training 3 days a week and just trying your best to make that a priority. Like, do a set of good, honest compound movements where hit multiple muscle groups and overload them over time. So if you get, let's say, a squat for 50 kilo for 5 reps, next time you go in, just try and get one more rep, like 6, 7, 8. And as long as you stick to that commitment, and so far that's like 1 hour 30 a week, you go to a gym once and nothing happens, right? It's like water wearing down a rock. It's the consistency and just setting those habits, and then everything else just falls into place. So it's making that a priority.
And where do you take the time? Because you're making cosplays, you have got your business, you're like, you go after the work and at midnight or something like that.
Like, I've always, since I undergone this like cosplay fitness transformation, I suppose you could call it, I have always made time for training no matter how busy I was. And I know that I'm not normal in that part. So like, there was a time where I was working winter events because I had no other option to make money. And I'd be getting up at 4 a.m, going to the gym, then literally working a 15-hour shift, cashing out minimum wage. I'd then sleep. I remember I was just seeing my alarm go over 4 a.m. going, no! But I still went. So just making it that much of a priority. But nowadays, where I have a lot more responsibilities and stuff, and I can't just, put my body through that, I'm the wrong person to ask because it's literally my job. So, yeah, anything I would give you would be very, very biased. So try your best to do what you can do and progress from there would be my advice.
That's very nice advice. I agree with that. Yeah. So, other guys going to the gym in the middle of the night or somewhere after work? You don't tell me that you just live like that and you keep that.
I came to one realization. Why have a six-pack when you can have a kebab?
Why
So
kebab, but you can have kebab?
That's the goal for me now. I chose food.
Okay. That's also a good advice for somebody who's that is slimmer than some of us are.
Well, me, just like this cool man here, we are children of all those idols that inspired us to grow up, to improve ourselves every single day. And this was not only our inner, my inner me, myself, but as well aesthetically and everything about the body, improving myself was always a key, an important key in my life. And I'm trying to transmit and send this kind of motivation and inspirational message to all my community every single day, showing that I never give up, that it's okay to fail, whatever is in gym, whatever is in life, whatever is in cosplay, failing is part of our life. And we are gonna fall, but you know what? We will never be a failure even if we fall. Because till we will keep standing up, till we will keep trying, we will never be a failure and we will always be winners. The key is the persistence, and I totally believe that there is no limit to ourself, to our body, if we only believe this. So I really want that all my community can believe this, can believe in themselves, because I truly believe in them all.
Thank you very much for all of you for the answers. There's a lady.
So just a quick quip for these two because they're being too polite. So we met Taring for the first time today. We've spoken to each other online, but we've not met in person. This morning, we ran into each other in the hotel gym. Mic drop.
That's quite usual. If a fit head, you go to gym, the hotel has one, so that's great, right? Yeah, you have been chilling here all the time.
Shall I jump to another question?
You can.
Okay. What mistakes do cosplayers keep doing that you know how to avoid? Save us with your wisdom. So a line I hear far too often is, I want to enter cosplay contests. One day. When's one day? Today is one day. Enter the contest. There is never a better time than now, and if you don't enter, nothing can happen. You cannot lose by entering. There is so much to learn and so many amazing experiences to have. My favorite times are just hanging backstage with other cosplayers and seeing how they've made their costumes. Just do it!
So if I was going to pick a mistake that we in particular keep frequently making, it's if you're going to do a cosplay skit, keep it as simple as you possibly can. Because the more complicated you make it and the more intricate your parts go, the higher chance it's going to go horrifically wrong on stage. And it's just another thing to worry about. So keep your contests very, very simple, have a very, very clear message and a very clear story.
We've got last 10 minutes. I got the message. Thank you very much. And I also saw a question there, because you have already told me that you have got fun with other cosplayers. And what about fun with fans? Did you ever met like fans which made you happy, or?
So cosplayers that inspired me to cosplay, is that the question?
No. You are... rychle přicházíš. Yeah, do you have any funny experiences with fans? It's in front of you. Sorry. Do you have any funny experiences with fans? Because you told me about other cosplayers you had fun with. So if you have any funny interactions with fans, you experience, you think about and remember.
I'm going to let those answer after I've just said this. The most positive interaction I ever have with fans is when they say, this video you did changed my life in this way. And it's just, how can you get a better compliment than that? And it's this reminder that everything you do and everything that you put out into the world matters. Everything matters. So just treat yourself like you matter, and that's the energy that you'll give to other people. Go ahead.
So the question, do you have any funny experience with fans? I have one super funny experience, at least for me. Not with the fans, but just in general, funny cosplay experience. It was ages ago when the Dig Raymond, if anybody remembers this anime, we're making a cosplay group, and I was cosplaying Dabi. So long story short, so he has a mini shirts, right? So it's latex mini shorts. So one is mini short and one is super long, and it has straps or over here. So it's it was I don't remember, 12 years ago or something. And I commissioned this pants from my friend, and then I was trying them out at home just to see if it's gonna fit me. And I'm putting them on, and just my mom walks in while I'm trying to put this latex, one's short, one long pants on, and she looks at me, and it's the worst part when your parents they just don't say anything. It's sometimes they're just gonna question you, or what are you doing? But the worst part is when they just look at you and they're and just walk away. That was my experience. I think I remember it for life. Just the look of
what have I done wrong?
Yeah, and I'm just standing there. It's I didn't even put them on properly, so it's half on me, and
Did you have anything underneath at least?
Oh yeah.
You can even tell me about a funny experience with your parents if you have some, because at some moment we all lived with our parents. Or did you start cosplaying after you have moved from your parents?
Do you have any funny experience with cosplay?
No. Yeah, I don't hear.
No funny experience with cosplay. Cosplay is serious business. No funny moment here. Okay, do you have any questions in the last 7 minutes you want to answer? I will leave the choice to you.
So can I answer this one? Did you have any idol cosplayer when you first started? And yeah, she's there. For real, like, not to put you on the spot, but you are actually a pioneer. So, can everyone give Vijaya Hart a round of applause?
It's so cute.
And it's an absolute honor to be sharing a stage with someone that I idolized like going on 15 years ago. So, we old.
This is the first time you have met Yaya in the real life?
No, but first time we've been on stage together, right? But it's not a contest or anything like that, so. But yes.
Looked very closely, fine. So what about you guys? Do you want to answer something? If not, doesn't matter.
I want to answer something, but the question is gone.
Yes, my admin of the question is too quick. Do you remember the question?
I remember the question about the idol cosplay. Of course, for I start do cosplay and I start want to join the competition. Of course, I have an idol like the oldest, the senpai, the senior in my country who already representing at WCS become my idol and inspire me. Oh, I want to be like him. I want to represent my country at WCS, and that become my dreams. And every year start from 2014, I try join at WCS preliminary in my country, and I just do it at 2018. And I just telling to you guys, if you really like cosplay, and of course cosplay is not always about competition, but if you have a dream like representing your country to WCS at Nagoya, just always remember,
Okay.
just do it and never give up.
That actually pretty much corresponds with what also Tarin said. When you don't give up, you reach your dreams, so never give up, every one of you. You will reach far.
There is a question for Tarin. Okay. How did you start? I lost the question. Okay. How did you start doing promo model for Bandai Namco? Okay. At first, the first modeling and performing job was thanks to video game company that I admire, that I've always been admiring a lot, and it was CD Projekt Red. I'm a big fan of The Witcher, and when they announced the new game Cyberpunk 2077, I was totally thrilled. So I decided to bring to life Johnny Silverhand, which was portrayed by Keanu Reeves, and looks like it came out pretty good. And I went to a cosplay competition dedicated to this game, and it happened that they noticed me, and they proposed me to work as their performer. So everything was randomly. Later, I like to think that the quality of my costumes allow me to be noticed by brands, but of course, it's not only that. It's as well the numbers and the importance of social networks and the reach that you have. So not just the numbers, because numbers nowadays sadly can be fake, can be real, but the reach, when a company contact you, they want to know about your reach, about how much people you can reach like in a month through one social. And time by time, I got contacted by different brands, or maybe it happened that I met some people of the brand, of the company, in different conventions around Europe. And they later contacted me. After they saw my costumes, like Jin Kazama. I didn't cosplay Jin Kazama because I was contacted by Bandai Namco. I was cosplaying already Jin Kazama. They noticed that. They noticed that all the numbers, all the social networks, and then they proposed me to work for them. Of course, I'm a professional. I've been experiencing a lot. This, I know how to deal with people. I know how to perform, how to act like the character. There is a lot of work in performing. It's not just wearing a cosplay, which is just already amazing, but you need to study a lot to look and act like a character. At least that's my way. And after several calls, I got more and more amazing opportunities to work with some of the video game companies that I love most, like Bandai Namco, Konami, CD Projekt Red, and so.
So it went well for you. Everything went well. Everything went well for you.
Yeah, of course, I feel myself very lucky and super grateful for all these opportunities, and especially super grateful to have such a wonderful community who keep supporting me on socials, sharing all my contents, loving my posts, loving what I create. And I will keep doing my best, hoping to not disappoint them, and trying my best to be a source of inspiration for each of them.
Thank you very much for your answers. Guys, I won't torture you any longer because I can see in your faces that you are exhausted here on the panel. So thank you very much for answering all of our public, no, most of our public's questions. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope that you will enjoy today, this year's Animefest to the fullest. I hope that you also look alone around the fest. It's really a treat, which is once a year for all of us. So once again, thank you very much and enjoy it here. Thank you. Leave a comment.
Thank you. Animefest.